Okay, let me introduce to someone who is probably one of the most important person of my life, but I haven't actually met. She lives thousands of kilometers away from me, speaks a language that I am still learning, and has music that somehow exactly knows when and what I need it. And honestly, she changed my life. And her name is Korea. Hi Korea, I'm Prakriti from India, and for me, Korea has never was just a country on a map. It started something I watched, then something I listened to, and then something I wanted to understand, and somewhere how along the way it becomes something that I wanted to share with other people. My first Korea was probably the Korea everybody knows. K-pop, K-dramas, the music, fashions, and food. But then I realized something. The more I looked at Korea, the more I wanted to know what was behind the screen. Why does this language sounds the way it does? Why is Korean food so connected to sharing? Why does music plays a huge role in the Korean culture? And why does even something like convenience store or a small cafe feels like a part of Korean experience? But if I'm telling you my Korean story, there's one part I can't never leave out. That is BTS. Because honestly, they are where my Korea story begins. Since 2017, they have been a part of my life, and at that time, I don't know that discovering 7 people through a screen would eventually introduce me to another country. Through BTS, I discovered Korean music, the Korean culture, the Korean language, then the Korean food, traditions, places, and stories. And slowly, Korea stopped being just the country BTS came from. It became a place I genuinely wanted to understand. Thanks to BTS. And that curiosity is one of the reasons I started learning Korean. I'm still learning. I still make mistakes. Sometimes I look at a sentence and my brain is just like, yeah, absolutely not. But every time I understand a new word, a new sentence, or even recognize something I have heard in a drama, it feels like I'm getting closer, a tiny step closer to Korea I have always wanted to understand. But BTS gave me something else too. Confidence. I think a lot of people see the glorious and glamorous side of content creation, the videos, the edits, the events, the opportunities. But they don't know and they don't always see the person who was once sitting behind a screen thinking, should I actually post this? What if people don't like it? What if I am not good at that enough? But somehow watching BTS taught me to just try, to be myself, to create even when I am not perfect, to keep going when nobody is watching. And yeah, it is right. Creating content about Korea, learning Korean, and representing the culture that I love, I realized that BTS has a much bigger hand in this journey than I have ever imagined. They were the ones who have properly introduced me to Korea, but Korea somehow becomes something I chose to discover for myself. So if someone asks me, why Korea? My answer will probably always has the 7 names on it. Because BTS didn't just introduce me to the Korean music, they opened the door and I decided to walk through it. And maybe that's why after all these years, I am still here. And then came the part of Korea that became my work, content creation. I started creating around K-pop, Korean entertainment, lifestyles, fashion, and suddenly, I wasn't just consuming the Korean culture. I was talking about it, editing, learning about it, and then sharing it with the people who just love Korea as much as I do. When I say Korea, it doesn't mean only Seoul. My Korea is a playlist that I put on while editing. It's trying to pronounce Korean word correctly. It's learning about a dish before trying it. It's watching a drama and then immediately searching. My Korea is discovering a new artist, finding a new cafe, learning a new Korean word, and trying out the Korean food. And sometimes just sitting with a K-drama at 2 a.m. wondering why fictional people have caused me this emotional damage. Actually, that's one might be the most accurate definition of my Korea. But there's another Korea that I haven't met yet. And that's the Korea I wanted to experience for myself. I wanted to walk around these streets instead of seeing them through a screen. I want to order food in Korean. I wanted to have conversation with Koreans without any translations, everything in my head. I just want to experience the everyday Korea. Not just the Korea, but the tourist. See, the small things, the morning cafes, the subway rides, the convenience stores, the neighborhoods, and the people. The ordinary moments that never become the Instagram reels. Because I think that when you actually and really meet a country, not when you check off all the tourist places, but when a place starts to feel familiar. So, if you ask me today, Prakriti, what is Korea to you? I don't think I could answer with just one word, because Korea is music to me. It's stories, it's language, it's food, it's creativity, it's inspiration, and most honestly and importantly, it's the journey. Maybe that's why this mission is called Meet My Korea, because I think I'm still meeting her too. But until I get there, I will keep learning, keep creating, keep sharing, and I will keep finding little pieces of Korea right here in India. I hope you like this video, a short video about my mission of meeting my Korea. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe. Annyeong!